A return to court looms for Huawei's chief financial officer, Meng Wanzhou. Canadian authorities have officially launched the extradition process to the US for Huawei's chief financial officer. But Meng has also begun legal action and is now suing Canada over her arrest, claiming serious breaches of her civil rights. She was apprehended in December at Vancouver Airport on suspicion of fraud and breaching US sanctions on Iran. So what next? A date for an extradition hearing will be set. If a judge approves extradition, Canada's Justice Minister David Lametti would then be called upon to decide whether to surrender her to the US, before other legal options then open up.
If the minister, if we get down that pathway particularly, if the minister says yes, agree that extradition can go forward, there are still judicial appeals that can be had to the BC Court of Appeal and in fact to the Supreme Court. A Court of Appeal could take a number of years on this. The Supreme Court would have to decide whether to hear a further appeal and could take its own time in reaching a decision.
And then there are the wider political concerns. Relations between China and Canada have been somewhat strained since the arrest of Meng Wanzhou, and there will be a concern that those tensions could now continue for some time to come.
The real fear is that this is going to escalate further, that in this depth of winter that there will be escalation. And Canada very much wants to avoid escalation if possible.
Paul Evans is a professor at the University of British Columbia's School of Public Policy and Global Affairs. He fears Canada risks being pushed in a direction it may not wish to go.
Are we being pulled into the vortex of the U.S. Cold War or something like a Cold War with China? And that this Huawei question with Madam Meng with the 5G is just one of the areas that we are likely to be pulled into, and how far Canada will take an independent position on these matters that reflect immediate Canadian national interest as compared to working with our ally.
The pathway ahead for all parties concerned appears both complicated and uncertain. Dan Williams, CGTN, Ottawa.